All right, all right, all right, all right. How's everybody doing? Friday evening. We're watching Rocket League, as it should be, I think. I mean, we're going to get a banger tonight. So I think if you're spending your Friday evening any other way than this, then you are spending your Friday evening in the wrong manner. So welcome to the stream. We're on early tonight. We're not quite in the mid-season groove yet, where I make you wait the full 10 minutes to like build viewership up. I think I'm doing away with that. I think it's gonna be more casual, be more personable this season. We're testing it out during the summer, but we got Keiser, we got Daytona State playing tonight in the Gaming Oasis Summer League. Those that don't know, that didn't see my, I guess just 2 messages about it. Oh my god. Dude, laying a text wall in Twitch chat as I'm about to break down the matchup. Hold on. What is this? Knowing my Twitch chat could be very well some copy pasta, but it's not. So, if you had made it, yeah, dropped his PhD defense in my Twitch chat. Go review that somewhere else. Anyway, if you didn't see any of my messages about who the new Keiser lineup is, let's just say that we got K-Frost and we got Turbo together again. How about that? What's up? Coolio, I'm the big fan. Believe me, you're the celebrity coming into my chat. Yeah, Zinvez. Holy Keiser indeed. You'd know a thing or two. But yeah, we got K-Frost and Turbo playing together again. And Denzi still in the starting lineup. He is a returner to this, well, I guess everybody on this stream tonight is a returner to the stream. But he is a returner to Keiser's starting lineup, who has played on this stream before. So it is, this should be a banger, because this is genuinely, I think, 2 teams that'll be top 32 material in the CRL scene this season. You got promoted to mascot, Zinvez. It's hard to keep a spot when you're playing against K-Frost and Turbo, unfortunately. But the beauty about CRL is, like, there's so much Rocket League that hopefully you get you get some good playing time this season regardless. Hey, Canada Gaming, I appreciate the update on your name. I was wondering. But yeah, this is going to be a matchup of 2 teams in the Gaming Oasis Summer League that I think will be top 32 material. Daytona State already is top 32 material. I think I didn't do any power rankings late in the season, but I think they would have easily been my top 32 had I. So let me pull up my, I did some rearranging my OBS scenes this weekend, or this, I guess this past week. So let me do some more rearranging as I figure out where everything is again. So I want to show off the browser source with all those standings in it. So here we go. All right, now we're rolling. Except it's covering me. Why did I do that? Give me a second, guys. Give me just 1 second. All right. Gotta do some more rearranging. You can have a look at Group 1. There you go. Those are the standings. We actually watched FNU versus Georgia Tech on Monday. That was a fun one. As far as sweeps go, it was a fairly exciting one. A couple overtimes. Or a couple of late goals in games. I think it was just 1 overtime. All right, what is going on? What if we do this? Is this gonna mess anything up? Yeah, it is. All right, well, I've completely screwed up my my sources. So no me on this image, but we have ourselves the Gaming Oasis League Hub. You can see half of it right there. For those that don't know, Fred made this like himself because us at the SCL and now the NEL have been through a lot of tournament platforms and had gripes with every single one. And so Fred has finally just buckled down and made his own League Hub. So this is what this is. Look at the wrong group. This is also an outdated version. Hold on. How dear me. Okay, well, I'll get the new version shortly. Regardless, we're watching Group 3 tonight. It's not just the amount of work, but more the insane amount of attention they've had with coaching. Honestly, yeah. I mean, I've had lots of conversations with K-Frost about the game. Also, what's up, Ty? And that guy is so motivated. It's unbelievable. Not many people see the game like he does. And so now that he's reunited with a guy that he's had a lot of chemistry with too, and I'm sure Denzi is right up there with him in terms of motivation to do well this season. This is going to be a scary Keiser team. And they're already 4-0 in the Gaming Oasis Summer League. And this is a pretty stacked group as well. I mean, realistically right now, this group, realistically just in general, not just right now, this group is going to be decided by the top 3 teams. Mount Aloysius, Daytona State, and Keiser. And Mount Aloysius aren't playing with Pig B. If you missed on Monday, we had like a live in the chat revelation that Pig B has quit CRL. And this was news that we got from a friend of his. I forget who it was in chat that said it. My bad if you're listening tonight. I had too many names to keep track of. But Pig B said that he is no longer competing in CRL. So, yeah, actually kind of a shocking reveal on stream on Monday. So, Mount Aloysius playing with Sammy Jammers. It's their 3rd. And there we go. Fixed it finally. So, Sammy Jammers is the new Mount Aloysius 3rd. He subbed in a couple of times last season. So, definitely has experience, but is no Pig B. So, Keiser, Daytona State, probably the top 2 teams in this group. So, tonight's matchup realistically defines who wins this group. And who gets that number 1 seed coming out of Group 3 going into playoffs. But let me, real quick, off camera, navigate the new version of this website. Because I know Fred will want me to test it out live. All right, there we go. So, let's, not the dashboard. We got to stay in the portal. I guess, man, I don't know what's going on. Maybe he just gave me a new feed. I'm a little cooked after this week, guys. It's been a long week at work, so I'm a little frazzled. So don't also let me lose track of time and forget to make the lobby. I missed you too, Bluey. I've missed all of you in chat right now. I messaged Sullis and K-Frost before this, and I was like, guys, thank you for the banger tonight. I have missed streaming CRL so much. It's good to be back. So very happy to be back in the swing of things. Summer vacation is over for me. I took it a little early. Missed the last like 1/3 of the CRL season in the spring. A lot of stuff was going on, but we're back. Bluey, I will definitely take you up on that. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the announcement that NECC, they announced that big, like, what, $50,000 land? Was it 50,000? And it's open qualifiers, I'm pretty sure. I didn't read all the details in the rule books as I normally do. I was actually going to probably do that tonight. There's been a lot of news that's broken in the CRL scene in the last week. So we'll probably have a little news breakdown here in after this matchup. But we got to get show matches running again, because we need everyone to be in top form for the start of the season, because that big LAN qualifier series starts late August. So everyone's going to have to be ready late August. So I'm just going to send them the lobby info now so I don't forget. Right now, being as frazzled as I am, I totally would forget. Oh my god, why is Discord up? Get away. I think I was blocking the lobby info properly, but if you saw it, click. Now it's gone. Main team's gonna be crazy, and the B team is rank A. Man, Indiana Tech continues to upgrade. You got any leaks for us, Bluey? We've been trying to keep up a streak of leaking something about the upcoming CRL season every time I stream. So if you want to go ahead and leak the rosters, it's all posted. Okay, see, I've been out of the loop. So there's more news, and I gotta start writing everything we gotta go over on stream tonight down. Let's pull the notebook out. Where are we? All right. That's the chat. Go through everything we need to everything we need to cover tonight. All right, so we've got NECC LAN, and there are also a few other LANs that have been announced. TJ is working on a ton of the LANs that are upcoming this fall. So I know there are a decent number of them. All right, NECC LAN and others. We got rosters. WCTC's down to play anytime. Heck yeah. Albedo in the chat too. A little over a month away from it all starting. It really is. It's kind of crazy how close we are to the CRL season starting up, which is all the more reason to get the night lights shining again. Alex, Velo, Resh, U, Silk, Periscope. Man, I actually don't know a few of those names. I'll definitely have to look into the new rosters. I got to start doing my research again, look at all the RLCS quals, see where everyone's at. It's been, the Rocket League scene moves so fast that genuinely, if you take like a 3-month break, like I did, you are out of the loop so quickly. And I feel like I was pretty in the loop beforehand. Periscope's A, Silk's B+, and Alex top 17 EU. I mean, that's crazy. What is up with Indiana Tech having such a great pipeline to RLCS talent in Europe? That's kind of mental, honestly. All right, we've got 2 minutes before this series is set to start. So, okay, we're going to go over rosters at the end. I'll pull up my roster spreadsheet. Let me write that down. Roster spreadsheet. Because I need some help filling it in, everybody. Dude, the battle for Indiana is going to be crazy. Battle for Florida is going to be crazy. We have a lot of good teams condensed into specific states now, which I love, because I am a huge proponent of state-based competition. Battle for Florida, battle for Indiana. We've had what other states have had battles? We've had the West Coast battles, battle for Bama as well. Georgia has had state-based competition a few times. It's kind of died off a little bit, unfortunately, but I love local and state-based competition, especially on LAN. That's what we need a lot more of. I dream of a collegiate landscape that's conference-based at the top, regionally focused in the middle, with state-based LANs to like get college and high school teams mixing together, getting that LAN experience at a lower level so that we can build it up. We've got some good local scenes that are on the come up. Oh yeah, Coop, we need to go over UGA beating Cumberland. Cumberland B, for the record, beating Cumberland B, but still, Game 5 win for DJ TJ in 2026. DJ TJ is beating a Cumberland team. We got to talk about that for sure. But we'll go over that. Context for this series, because the guys are going to be joining soon, which actually I'm going to go to my solo booth so I don't send Discord DMs over stream again. All right, cool. I'm back up here. But yeah, context for this series, because this is going to be a good one. I talked a little bit about it at the start, but this is a preview of the battle for Florida, probably, plus like Florida Southern in there, University of Florida, all that. Keiser is now K-Frost, Turbo, and Denzi, and already Keiser was like a top 48 team. With Zinvez and Prism alongside Denzi in the starting lineup previously. But now they got K-Frost and Turbo, and they're taking on Daytona State, who finished the spring semester as probably one of the hottest teams in CRL. Like, placed top 2 at DreamHack Atlanta. They placed top 3 in the SEL. They were already making deep runs in CRL qualifiers and tournaments. So Daytona State, I think going into the fall, after having the year that this trio has had under their belts now, I think they're going to be a really good team. And one of those teams that's going to be punching into the top 25 and beating like your Bruton Parkers, your Kennesaw States, your Michigan States, that sort of thing. So definitely need to keep an eye on them going into this season. They're not the same sort of unknown quantity that they were at the start of spring. But still, regardless, they're going to fly under the radar. All right. I also forgot to put my overlay up, so I need to do that real quick. So ignore all the frantic typing. I'm gonna switch over to in-game though, real quick. That way you can see them spamming at me. I am holding them up. That's my bad. It's my bad. See, no matter how many times I do a stream like this, I will always forget to prepare some element of it. Okay. All right, we're good to go. Oh man, I miss these guys. Oh, and Mystical to Boise State as well. Another big change. Roll Diz to GCU. Man, not to play, but to coach. But lot of changes in the CRL scene. It's going to be probably pretty rare to have a roster like Daytona State that actually sticks together, all 3 members, going into this new season of CRL, which is why a matchup like this is so compelling. Like, can they still keep a good bit of their form from the spring semester? Roll Diz is coaching at GCU, Grand Canyon University. So they made that announcement recently. But okay, Turbo's back, everyone. Officially, Turbo is back. He left us not by his own choice, but by the fact that he just didn't have a full trio to compete with, sadly. Smooth also never left, for the record. But Turbo's back. He's scoring here. First goal, and Daytona State have an immediate answer. Oh, and JNAF to St. Clair, too. See, we're finally in that stage of the summer where we're getting these announcements. The commitments are being signed. Scholarships are getting locked in. The salaries are being confirmed. And it feels good. It feels good to be back. What's up, Chippy? Man, we were getting a barrage of goals. I was hoping to, like, work into this series, but no, it straight into the fire, and Smooth could do it again. He could score this. Gio's running interference, but he'll just be left as have an additional touch in the play, getting it back out middle. Led to a nice, solid shot. Daytona State definitely playmaking, but the point I was trying to make, what feels like an eon ago, is that I want to see Daytona State can keep their upward trajectory going and continue to improve. I don't want to see them plateauing. I don't want to see kind of the conclusion of maybe a honeymoon year. And honeymoon year sounds a little weird because that's a lot longer than your regular honeymoon period, but it's easy to, I think after, especially a summer of kind of being off, to lose that momentum of grinding and feel a little bit out of whack with your teammates, even though these guys are very well connected. They're good friends. They're not always, they're all remote. So for the DSC trio, like, you don't have that outside the game sort of factor, at least outside the internet factor of staying together and continuing to build on your previous foundation of chemistry. So gonna be interesting. Watch Daytona State this season for sure, especially on LAN, where they really found a strength in their game. But all that to say, something. I started the point too long ago to remember where I was going with it. A lot of rosters making changes, a lot of schools making changes. So, got to keep up with the landscape. New faces, new lineups. Having the summer off is nice, but you kind of have to stay locked into to all the moves. Like Keiser, K-Frost was telling me, they've been scrimming for the last 2 months. This trio has been scrimming for 2 months already. And then they're a fall roster. That's kind of crazy to me. But it's how committed these guys are to right out of the gate diving in and looking this good. Like, Turbo has not stopped scoring since this game started. And this is a great pass from K-Frost. Turbo was already way ahead of the play, but you could already see Keiser looks like they're in like September form right now. Obviously, there's more to go. I think they're going to definitely get better as the season goes along. But they're looking solid at the moment. What's up, Tiz? Man, we got a who's who of CRL celebrities in Twitch chat tonight. Glad to have you guys all back. Glad to be back. Yeah, Tibbles, K-Frost is indeed solid. And I think he sees and approaches the game in a way that's maybe a bit different. And this is just kind of my take from his changing rosters so much since his time on King. I think he's one of those guys that approaches the game in a bit of a different manner than everybody else. So he needs guys like Turbo that are used to his system. And Matt's coaching this team as well, for those that remember him from the King days. And I think guys like K-Frost need a trio that sees the game and sees the grind similar to how he does. And so, I mean, he's just been feeding Turbo this entire game just to make that point. But yeah, and Denzi seems to be slotting in too. Have not really been able to see much of Denzi in this game, unfortunately. He's on 88 points. But he hasn't been really needed. We'll get the chance. All right, I've been yapping too much. My coffee's getting cold, so I do need to catch up on down in the coffee before it gets too cold. You guys know how I feel about cold coffee. What's up, Caribou, as well? Yeah, Coop. GCU. I might have said GMU. I don't know. Like I said, my brain is cooked a little bit. Kaiser's team good. He faced them in scrims with your RLCS team. Yeah, I mean, they've been scrimming. K-Frost told me they've scrimmed, I think, 30 to 40 times. That's mental to me. I mean, it's kind of working. Although, I do need to, like, it was told to me in DMs. I'm pretty sure this is a caveat that Solus will want me to publicize, not as an excuse, but as context, that he's on 10 hours past 2 because of Pal World. So, not an excuse, but if he takes a second to warm up in this series, then that could be why. Got tired of casting lap to win? Sure. I can see how enough boring series casting a top CRL team would lead to some disillusionment. All right, well, I mean, we'll watch this again because this is Pal World Solus scoring this. I told him in DMs, I was like, nah, you won't be rusty. Rocket League's like riding a bike. And there he is, hitting a pretty keen double right there. All right, Denzi, what you got for us? You got 3 seconds to make something happen. Center ball, weak pass. All right, game 1 was not Denzi's game. And that's okay, because K-Frost, I think, had 4 assists. Yeah, on 5 turbo goals. And every one of those turbo shots was, I'm pretty sure, from the air, with him maybe pre-jumping minimum 2 seconds prior to the pass. What is Barrel overlay? What are we doing there? None of that, please. Those that joined late, I have rearranged my OBS scenes in the last few days, so stuff's gonna be a little bit out of whack, but it was necessary. It's this one scene, I call it my nightlight scene, but it has like my solo booth, duo booth. It's got old show match graphics that I don't even use anymore, like the rosters scene I made a while back, and it's got the Collegiate exclusive podcast scene as well, plus like just a gameplay scene. So I needed some reorganizing. So if the stream's a little out of whack tonight, that's why. Tibbles, I've been fantastic. I took some much needed time away from the CRL scene. I got a new job. I am an accounts coordinator at an influencer marketing company that specializes. Oh, no way, Solus. Sorry, got excited. He had a flip right there. I thought he was gonna be able to get back for that shot. Influencer marketing company that specializes in the gaming industry. So I worked on Subnautica 2 when it came out. Helped coordinate a lot of influencers that were promoting Subnautica. That was cool. Work on Delta Force as well, if you've seen that in the news. If you follow the esports news. So that's where I went. It just needed my focus. It's like a full-on 40-hour-a-week salary job, so needed to lock in. But we're back, balancing both, and that's what matters. So I missed the end of spring for the most part in the CRL scene. Like, I kept up a decent bit, but I missed some details, and you guys know I like the details on this channel. That's why I appreciate so many people that are entrenched in the scene showing up for this matchup tonight, which has been handily Keiser so far. Still, even in game 2, they're getting the majority of quality looks. Turbo again looking terrifying. No double though, and so Gio and Solus start to work the sideline. They do turn that stop into a quick opportunity, and that'll be that for the moment. A breakaway opportunity now for Keiser. I'm gonna have to get used to seeing Keiser and Turbo as well on. Seeing K-Frost and Turbo as well on the pitch, and just thinking Keiser in my head, because we're starting to get to the point with CRL roster changes where I can no longer just like rely on my own reflexes to be able to put a team name into a sentence that I'm saying just by looking at player names. Because, I mean, if you see K-Frost, depending on what era of CRL you're thinking of, I mean, you could be talking King, Florida, or Florida Southern. Or, wasn't he at school before King as well? That was a little bit before my time, before I had everything kind of memorized, so. Really, it's growing a bit difficult to keep everything together. Nichols. Okay, he was at Nichols. Thank you, Chippy. So, see, I mean, any era of CRL, you see K-Frost's name, and you could revert to that sort of time period of thought. But Turbo scored again. So let's focus on this. This time it's Denzi assisting. And a nice low boost reset to get that over the next man challenging, because that Solus did need contact right there. Gio was on no boost. He had to at least interfere with that shot momentarily. Because Turbo's been lights out shooting. And Turbo's a grinder as well. I mean, even when he wasn't competing for King, he was still doing a lot in the RLCS space. So he's not clearly lost a step at all. K-Frost the same. And Denzi looks right up there with the level that I remember seeing previously from Keiser. Clean block off the goal line. Daytona State are struggling, despite, I mean, making good opportunities for themselves in game 1. They weren't able to keep pace with the K-Frost Turbo duo. And now, I mean, they're caught in a bit of a grimy possession-based game 2. But still, they don't have much of an answer for the midfield game of Keiser. And that's where K-Frost makes his money. So Daytona State, I mean, they're 2-0 right now in the Gaming Oasis Summer League. They have their undefeated record in jeopardy, and they'll be fighting with Mount Aloysius for that second place spot. Gio, let's get it centered to Smooth. Can't shoot it though, and so K-Frost will have full access to clear the ball away. I do really enjoy his midfield game. K-Frost is another one of those guys. I got made fun of when Velocity joins. Ooh, okay. I want to see this again. 15 seconds left. Gio scores an equalizer. Full field carry, too. He had everyone on the Daytona State side selling out to clear space for him right there. And why wouldn't you with Gio on the ball? That was a fantastic counterattack. And so we're tied. And just like that, all of the good Keiser work, all of the now pretty much 10 minutes where they have looked like the better Rocket League team. It could come crashing down. We could have this series tied. We got a chance, actually. Celis does pop over K-Frost. Gets it over Denzi, too. Smooth isn't fast enough to tap it in, and now it's Turbo and Denzi and K-Frost against Geo. Geo does get off the goal line quick, and Keiser will let the ball fall. All right. Overtime in game 2. K-Frost. First opportunity, but Geo got back in time. Not enough boost or pace on the play to beat him. So I think we can settle in now. Although Daytona State, I don't know if they want to settle in. Because they found something there at the end of game 1 that was not there previously. Vicious bump attempts by Celis. Like that. Slight change. Going a bit more aggressive in the Keiser backlines. We throw off the rhythm a bit. And that would, in theory, limit their ability to set up counterattack plays in the midfield. That has been what's kind of been burning Keiser, or been burning Daytona State. Both Florida teams with blue coloring. My brain's not keeping them straight. All right, Denzi. Clean catch, and that's just in. Okay. Denzi wins it for Keiser in game 2. Good grief. I mean, he does win it for K-Frost right here. Just watching from the back third. As the only Keiser returner to the starting lineup. Kind of did it to him. Caught it with no boost. Flicked it perfectly top right. There's Denzi's moment right there. Beautifully done. No comeback for Daytona State. At least forcing overtime. Gives you some confidence going into game 3, but you want that game if you're DSC. They still need to find an answer for that Keiser midfield game. Are not a lot of those accessible. But what was I saying? K-Frost, like Velocity, and I preached a lot about Velocity's midfield game and his ability to facilitate the play to his teammates from those sorts of positions. I love players like that. Really, utility players, high-level utility players. Why is it doing that? That's do a lot of setup work for their squads, and when you put them with a guy like Turbo, especially, or like Reshiram and Bluey as well, for that matter. If we're using Indiana Tech, I think they've got really 2 guys that are at an elite level when it comes to on the ball making plays happen. A nice fake. He has Steel Strike first, but in the Keiser instance, for K-Frost, you've got a guy like Turbo that is elite on the ball. When you're able to control the midfield like you do, set up opportunities that way with space and with the sort of pace that means Turbo doesn't have to waste boost in the setup. He can then be well equipped for these aerial plays. Like we've been seeing him score. I find those sorts of players so much fun to watch. Those sorts of duos, very fun to watch. So this Keiser team, suffice it to say, will probably be on my stream a lot this season. And not even just because I like watching them play. I think they're going to be in a position where, in the various leagues they're going to be playing in, I would just like to watch them. CRL quals too. It's certainly looking like a Keiser sweep at the moment. I don't think they will sweep. I could see a world where Daytona State force game 5. I think DSC have so much comeback potential. I'm surprised that Snoop didn't commit for that. I don't know what that says about the mindset of DSC at the moment. Not wanting to play it too risky with a lead. Makes sense, I suppose. Don't want to give even that little bit of extra opportunity to Keiser because they'll make it their own selves like that. Great play by K-Frost here. Takes the 50-50, dominates it, and doesn't hesitate a second to run ahead for the demo. I still don't think Daytona State are fully outclassed. I think they can come back. They've got it in them. They've got the experience, the team chemistry. They just have to find a way to stop K-Frost and Turbo especially. And then when Dez is called upon, he still looks phenomenal. That 50-50. Fantastic. Sol's ready for it. So, Daytona State. Oh, maybe grab possession. We'll still have to fight over it. They've got Smooth on the ball with a little bit of room to work with, and one man to beat. I don't know if he... Oh, yeah, pause. Controller DC. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Actually, as well, I don't know if pausing's legal in this tournament, so my bad if it's not. Like I said, out of the loop. But the 1v1 right there, definitely caused by a DC. Let me go back to this scene real fast. Make sure both teams are all right. Restart from kickoff. Bop. Bop. Okay. Okay, I said ready. I said yes, and then Turbo said wait. So we're gonna keep chilling for a second. But still 1-1. I don't think it's I don't think this is the biggest of pauses here. That 1v1 definitely set up by the controller DC. I was pretty shocked to see okay, I was pretty shocked to see that straight up 1v1 as well. All right. All right, well, here we go. All right, back to it. It honestly kind of worked perfectly, that kickoff, giving Daytona State an opportunity, because that was where they were headed right before the pause. They were transitioning into offense. So, kind of funny it worked out that way. Off kickoff. Ball don't lie, I suppose. You guys talking about CECC still? Yeah, I've got some strong opinions on that for sure. Still a fan of what it represents, but in terms of quality product this year, I was a little bit disappointed. Just based on the bar of what it should be. That seems like more of a podcast topic. Maybe a topic for after the match. Okay. In center, K Frost. Harassing Solace. That's targeted. Just trying to remove Solace from Solace's own defensive third, and then caught up to him at the midfield line. Bit of an absurd play for K Frost, but I like watching him play. Also, with this being one of my first streams back, I had to break out the fine china for this one. So the coffee is traveling in luxury tonight. Broke the Bucky's mug out. I knew it was going to be a big occasion, which is why I'm kind of hoping that Daytona State are able to find a couple of games here. Because I just like the matchup on Monday, where I thought between Georgia Tech and Florida National would be a bit closer. This one could be another close sweep, like 2 out of 3 games or 1-goal games, overtimes, what have you. But Keiser starting to reaffirm themselves in this game, and Daytona State aren't looking the cleanest in defense. There's even little gaps that are going punished by a team that has been scrimming for 2 consecutive months now, even essentially before last season was over. Although 2 months, I suppose it was already over. DreamHack Atlanta was a bit more of a summer event. But still, they've been scrimming since summer started, and that's tough to beat when you're not in form completely yourself. Oh, smooth though. Beat one, couldn't get past K Frost, and he's up with Turbo. Reset gained, but Sol's playing in the face of Keiser. I think DSC recognizes this is an opportunity for them to put the screws on and at least get us to overtime, bare minimum. But smooth. Oh, is that a? Well, no, just a bad pass. I was trying to give him benefit of the doubt, but That was just a bad pass. Now Smooth's last man. This time does have to dive in. See the mindset change from earlier in the game when DSC had that 1-goal lead. This is the bump, so overtime looking likely. Will be centered. Celis misses the skim, so OT guaranteed, 2 straight games. Coffee finished as well. Great timing. Although this might be the end of the series. Turbo had K-Frost blocking for him again, but had no boost to out 50 the streaking across the goal line Geo. Keiser do get back in time to prevent Daytona State from finding the overtime winner in transition. So, let's all take a deep breath and definitely settle into this one. A lot of explosive talent on the other side of the pitch. I think this is going to be a short overtime if I were to guess. Especially considering the awkward defense at times. From Daytona State more so, but Keiser have not been... I want to say that. Maybe they have been fairly solid in defense. I can't remember too many openings that weren't completely forced by Daytona State players on the ball. Oh, this one. Denzi's a little bit caught out. That pass was a bit more on the nose. Could have been an open net conversion. Oh, that one. All of explanation as well. Playing on pins and needles in this overtime. Turbo's looking for the win. He leaves it for K-Frost, but too far behind the plate. So gets the ball before Geo does. Celis keeps the ball close, but Keiser have just both double committed. Turbo and Denzi moving together. Too much, so Daytona State. We saw an opportunity slip through their fingers. Keiser will hold on to possession. Celis tries to play that away, but Denzi catches. Not completely clean, though. A little time to corral it. Get the ball down either. So, Daytona State able to keep the ball at least away from their net, but get to escape the grasp of the Keiser offense. Denzi beats 2. Geo's last man, but to fight through contact to keep close to the ball. This is the ground double. It makes up for with a turbo bump. Miss from Celis. Someone recognizes it, though. It's team chemistry right there. Daytona State, never infallible. They do occasionally make mistakes of that sort of caliber, but they know how to play around it. They do a lot when it comes to team chemistry, making up for mistakes elsewhere. We got a reset on that. I am a big fan of the reset indicator. I thought it was dumb at first. I think I was one of those people that took a lot of pride to be able to recognize a reset gain for the most part, especially while spectating. But it's fun to see where everyone's got resets for certain. Oh no, Celis just missed again. Oh, and that's the series. Oh no. Ghost touch 2. No. Oh, man. Well, Keiser sweep. That's the good news for Keiser fans. They look really good, and I am stoked to have this trio now in the CRL space. Keiser was already pretty good, but the additions of Turbo and K-Frost make them very good. And I think they'll be a top 32 contender. Daytona State as well, but you can tell they're not in form right now. Celis, I know. He told me he was low on hours. But regardless, it's the summer. And it's the part of the summer where you got to start ramping up into the fall. Especially with some of the stuff coming up. But all right, let me get my browser ready. So we got some stuff to talk about, guys. There's been a lot happening in the CRL space in the last little bit. You've had 0 past 2 months, Chippy? Oh, man. Well, you definitely have some ramping up to do. Although, Chippy, you haven't graduated, have you? I'm trying to remember now. Are you still playing in the fall? That's another thing that's going to be tripping me up going into the fall is that because I missed the end of the spring, I mean, I caught a decent amount of like the graduation, retirement posts, but I'd probably miss some as well. Okay, you got a year and a half. Okay, cool. So are you going to be leading Indiana Tech C then? Because Blue was telling me that the rosters for A and B are pretty stacked. Are you on sub duty? Super sub Chippy. Okay. Where should we start? Let's start with the Gaming Oasis League Hub. Because let's see where everyone's at. It's been 5 days since the last time we really looked at the standings. So, Group 1 probably going to be taken. Oh man, actually I don't know. Group 1's wide open. Let's just leave it at that. UGA B. Let's see, they beat UTK, beat Georgia Tech in 5. Big win for Koopa Troopa and the boys. And that's all they got. Okay, so they still got NIU and FNU. Those are big ones coming up. So decent start for them. Georgia Tech, they lost to UGA. So with that win over FNU, they keep this group open. NIU could also make a run, which, you know, if my schedule stays open Monday evening, I think we're going to have Florida National and NIU on stream on Monday. So should have that. And then should have another stream on Tuesday as well. I'm filling out the schedule, which is a reminder, if any of you out there are playing in the Gaming Oasis Summer League and you want me to stream your matches, I am down to stream as long as it's in the evenings or on Saturday or Sunday. Those are the stipulations. And same goes now for show matches. I know I've had a lot of you say that you're down to be on show matches. A lot of the regulars saying that, which makes sense. These guys are awesome. Hang around here a lot. But any of you are chiming in, especially that Manchester roster, Noxus. I wouldn't mind having some new faces to the Night Lights show match scene. This is the XP League CRL cast for RLCS icon, Mr. Bepic, right here. We do yearn for the lights, Somber. I definitely yearn for the lights. I'm just gonna crop this better so you don't have to get my tabs. I'm gonna get all the focus on. Whoa, what? Why did it just move me down? What is that? Hold on a second. We're OBS is being weird. Never mind. You're looking at my tabs. Whatever. Where was I? Are you working on stuff, Chippy? You mogged the new B team, but don't have the hours. Hey, fair enough. There is more to life than competing. Unfortunately, if life was just CRL, I'd be happy. But Group 2, UTK retirement home. This is the Joe Bro Shaka Taibu roster. Still eligible, even with the graduations. And then UNCC, normal starting lineup there as well. Also, can you hear Spotify as well? Can you guys hear the music? I'm not sure if that's it's active in this tab. Like I said, I rearranged my rearranged things. A little loud? Okay, good call. Thank you. Exactly what I was hoping for. Hey, dude. Turbo, of course. You guys look decent. Whatever. And it's only July. And you guys have that kind of form, which is crazy. And that's what starting as early as you guys did will do for you. I'm stoked to see like the actual September form. I said during the cast, if you listen back to it, you'll hear me talking about it. But like, you guys look like you're already in September form, which isn't October form yet, or November form with fall CRL. But like, you're 2 months ahead of the game, ahead of most people. And with all this stuff happening at the start of the semester, that's a really good spot to be in. Honestly, you just closed out the roster? Dude, nice. Working with fresh players around that 1902K level. Okay, it's gonna be competitive. I like that. That's a good place to start. Shout out Matt indeed. Hey, Turbo, I didn't see much of the shakiness, I'll be honest. Maybe some double commits, maybe like an opening or two in on the back line. But you guys just swept Daytona State, who were probably one of the best looking teams in the top 32 of CRL at the end of the semester. So, no shame. How do you get involved? It's too late, Noxus, unfortunately. This summer league is for the registration closed a couple weeks ago, but yeah, next year. And also, where is Manchester? Is that in the Northeast? Because you guys definitely should look into the Northeastern Esports League. The SEL and the NEL. We run our regional leagues. We have for a long time now. So I think for a roster starting out like you guys are, I think the NEL would be a pretty good regional league. Because we've got some, last season we had, I mean, our top three were Mount Aloysius, Indiana Tech, and Akron Gold. But we're looking to expand that. And we had NIU as well. They made a top 4 run. I think that'd be a pretty good league for you guys to join. So if you're interested, we've got Rocket League, Valorant, and League of Legends. Entry fee covers unlimited teams for all those esports. So if you got those rosters too, then definitely check us out. That's my pitch for both the NEL and the SEL. All right, I don't know what's going on with my my sources at the moment. I've really screwed up my OBS. So wow, I have really screwed it up. Let's try and fix. Why is it moving on the program scene? Man, this isn't good. Who let me touch all my stuff? Hydrate. I'll hydrate. Hey, appreciate it, Turbo. Thanks for playing tonight. I'm glad to have you back, dude. Honestly, glad to have you back. CRL without Turbo just wasn't the same. There you go. Hydration for Twitch chat. But anyway, this group, have we had UNCC and UTK play yet? No, they're both undefeated. They wouldn't have played. We might have to get that on stream. When's that scheduled for? Did I miss it? It says scheduled, but yes, these are the things that we're improving as we go along. Oh, there you go. July 26th. Duh. It would have said a different date if it was rescheduled, but reach out to Fred. Okay, I know. I think we're still looking, Noxus. Fred's been real busy with running this and getting the website together. So, we do a website. Yes. Whoop. Let me just link it. Boom. That's Gaming Oasis, which is the overarching company and entity that runs the SEL and the NEL, but it's all us. I've been involved since 2021. So this is like a home for me. But group 4, this is such a stacked group. UGA, which is TJ, Asian Eyes, and Emperor, who's a freshie to the starting lineup. They're 4-1. WCTC must have given them their one loss. Let's yeah, 3-1. So WCTC still pretty good. And then this Cumberland team is the Cumberland B team. Oh, let's go on one of their matches. I also don't like how when you go back, it takes you back to group 1. Not a fan of that. I think Fred's looking into changing that too. I love having a direct pipeline to the creator of the tournament hosting platform. Oh, we're gonna talk about this. This is perfect. Yeah, Asian Eyes transferred to UGA. No, it's not the main roster. It was Zora, Hotshot, and I didn't recognize Shriek. He's new. But it was essentially the B team, no Og. So, yeah, I know. No, it's not Og, Og was not playing. But yeah, TJ, Asian Eyes, and Emperor beat them in game 5. And TJ sent me a clip of them playing. And let's just say they were pretty excited about beating this Cumberland team in game 5. So UGA doing well, and the prize for this summer competition is free entry for the school's program, like esports program, into the SCL or the NEL for the fall semester. So if your Rocket League team wins this tournament, then the whole program gets free entry, which is a value of $850, which is not bad. But yeah, UGA is passionate indeed. Someone already has free entry since they won last season. I don't think that's the case. Unless Fred made that change. Fred's been cooking, trying to build things up with deals like that and stuff like this. So maybe it's changed, but it was not the case previously. Did KU 4-0? They 3-0'd Ty. It wasn't a show match. It was for this summer league, so it was a 3-0. But they did sweep, which I didn't think they were going to. I figured Daytona State would at least get one. But all right, let's find what news do we have to talk about? Man, just keep every tab that I keep opening up goes to whatever monitor I'm showing on stream. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so we've got the GCU to roll this to GCU. I actually didn't comment on this publicly. Whoop. See, what is this search function? What are we doing? There we go. I should be able to search GCU esports and it come up with GCU esports first thing. But this big coaching change. I wonder what the connection was for Roldiz to go to GCU. I really don't know. And I wonder what this means for their lineup as well, because GCU, like, they were pretty good. Maybe top 64, maybe. But we watched them in the NECC on stream last semester, and they weren't crazy. So I don't know what the have they announced other recruits? Do we know? Because that's a big commitment to have Roldiz coaching. Get an invite to the server? Yeah. All right, this is probably gonna come up. Oh no, we didn't. I actually put it on the right monitor this time. All right, this is the NEL server. No recruits that you know of? Okay, yeah. See, I don't know. But that indicates that they are committing more to building their Rocket League lineup out. Because a commitment like Roldiz means that they're going to be going after guys with like RLCS experience. That's what it suggests to me, at least. Or maybe Roldiz. I wonder if he is paid staff to coach, or if he's like trying to get a free degree by coaching. I do wonder. To verify your email to join the Discord? Well, we have been having a lot of bot problems lately, so believe me, the extra steps are probably worth it. Like, bots have gotten so bad. They've even been joining the Mr. Bepic tournament server. Like, what are you doing joining my server as a bot? Needs a pay position? Okay. I mean, that makes sense. In which case, that really does suggest they're looking to build up their Rocket League program. Because they've committed in the sense, like, they compete in the Mountain West, and they're regulars at CECC. But this is a suggestion that they're looking to commit more. Also, the chat's cut off. I just noticed. Let's only fix this. Oop, there we go. Fixed. But yeah. So Roldiz, go to GCU. And then we got Boise State Esports. First of all, great retweet. Thank you, Boise State. I don't know if you guys saw this. This was today. Keiser 3-0'd Chiefferton. Close game 2 and 3, though. Close series at the end. But PEC announced their new members, Washington and West Virginia. I don't think Washington will have any impact on the CRL side. I don't know what they're good at, quite honestly. But West Virginia will actually take that league from being owned by Baylor to now pretty competitive. So, pretty cool expansion for the PEC. They continue to be one of my favorite leagues to watch. You know, not perfect. No leagues are. But I really see the future of collegiate esports as being conference-based. And the PEC is the best example of like kind of what I envision the conference is kind of looking like. So I do like what PEC is doing. But also, Mystical signing. Now, I don't know much about this guy on the RLCS space, but people are making a big enough deal about it to where I'm like, yeah, let's keep an eye on this. And I wonder, I think Durtho graduated. I think. So, should be Woozy, Mystical, and Preston. UW is pretty nice at SSBU. Decent Val. Well, there you go. He'll be competitive in. Oh, okay. That's where I recognize the name from. Teaming with Tiz. It's not like you join. That's weird, dude. I don't know. Let me... Yeah, I'll send it to you over Discord. Let me make sure I'm sending you to the right place. Maybe that's what's going on. Bang. All right. See if that works. You've met him a few times as well, Albedo? Okay. What's he like? What's he like personality-wise? That's important. Especially in a scene as close as the CRL scene is. Pretty cool tweet. Top high school Rocket League recruit in 2026. Okay. Must be legit. I mean, Boise State is a school that you go to if you're a legitimate prospect. Mostly chill. Thinks he can fit in. I like that. That's how most of the guys are in the CRL space. That's why I love Rocket League esports. That's how 99% I think of everybody is. Mostly chill. Even if they're a bit wild online and dislike there, still in person, everybody's pretty chill. All right, what do we got now? Any CC? Because I actually want to read into this. I didn't get the chance to read into it when I tweeted about it, but let's go ahead and dive in together. JNaps to St. Clair. Okay, yeah, let's actually go there first. This is so dope. I love that JNaps is here. So now we've got Kronovi and JNaps in the collegiate scene. And for someone that was like a fan of Legacy G2, so cool. And he's helping recruit for St. Clair as well. Let's see who replied. Good lucks. Alpha Cap. Trying to recruit Alpha Cap. I like that. All right. No one crazy replied. Yeah, he'll be coaching. And I am just stoked to have him in the CRL scene. Got to talk to him as part of this event, which is really cool. Another instance of very, very cool, chill guy. Relaxed. He was in free play during our interview, but it's okay. I forgive him because he's JNaps. But yeah, that's another big one. I'm still waiting on all the dominoes to fall when it comes to the rosters. Let's see. What are we? Am I gonna? That's spring. Sorry for the flashbang. I should have really warned you. Where are we? Rosters. So I need to get this together. This is outdated. So we're gonna be working on this at some point soon. That'll probably be a stream project. Cause I've gone through and made a few changes. Oh, you can't even see the left side of the screen. There we go. Actually, I don't know why I was moving my chair when I should move my camera. I got you, Noxus. I got you for sure. League, Valorant, and Rocket League are the 3 games. We don't plan on adding any more anytime soon. League is a new addition. So those are the 3 that we're rolling with at the moment. We are very much grassroots, not a big budget. So we have to add new games sparingly. But like Cumberland, I know we're going to have to put Cumberland B on. So I'm pretty sure this is Kazi. TBD, Noxus. NEL first year had 12 schools, 13 schools. And I'm still actively recruiting for the upcoming semester. I forget how many teams we had. I can't remember how many teams. Maybe 15 or 16. It's Mercy? It was Kazi. Am I crazy? Maybe it's Mercy. Like I said, this is a stream thing because I've been out of the loop. But I mean, we've got a lot of graduations as well. Mercy's on Beastie's team. Oh, he's on LCU? Okay. So it is Kazi. I was pretty sure I saw that. And we can also confirm it over here. Let's find Cumberland. Where are they? Aqua. It's a different Aqua. No Kazi on here. Where did I see that? Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Kazi. So Kazi is at Cumberland's. So Mercy's at LCU. Do we know if he'll be starting? I need to close the spring one. Because now I've got... Oh, this is still from last semester when I wasn't sure who was going to be subbed out for Beastie. All right. Well, LCU starting lineup. We'll have to figure out. Surely it's still Beastie in there. You know what we're going to do? Do Beastie, Mercy, and then third. Then we're going to have... We got LCU fixed up. So I know that's set... There's too many rosters. Cumberland B, we gotta write down. So that's Og, Zora, and Hotshot. I think Gad is playing with them too. Oh, I already had Cumberland Academy. That's funny. All right, we're gonna fix that. And then St. Edwards, I'm wondering where they go. If St. Edwards still has Nolly and Wellis. Haven't heard anything about them, but I was told that they would be coming back with a bang this fall. More Pig B as well. Sammy Jammers. Gonna get Poyo? I know they were trying to get everybody. Oh, Monster King. I mean, you know I gotta have you guys in there. Well, perfect. While you're here, do you know the starting lineup for the fall? Is it still gonna be Mr. Burger, Phantom, and you? Because we're locking things in right now. Leslie is Swaz, Dre, and another. I think Swaz has left Leslie as well. That was what I've been told. After Kalat was weighing his options, I think Swaz started doing the same. Oh, he did, and then went back. Okay, cool. Wow. We'll get that in. Bird's going to Japan for the fall. May do your match about until the spring. So it's Phantom with 2 GCs. Ooh. Well, I mean, with that in mind, I don't know if that's at the roster we quite have on this list anymore. I hate to remove Winthrop Academy right in front of you, Monster King, but I don't know. I don't know if Phantom plus 2 GC2s. UT Arlington is also Phantom with 2 GCs. That's funny. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if UC Arlington makes it to this list either, I'm afraid. I know Maryland needs a new third. I don't know who they're going to get. I imagine St. Clair. I'm just going to remove St. Clair's rosters from here until they come out with announcements. Where are they? Am I blind? I don't have St. Clair on here. What am I doing? What kind of record is this? Fisher got Mata? Oh man, that's crazy. In place of who? Ivan or Justice? I would assume Justice, but not sure. I don't know about Akron either. I probably should have just started from scratch, being quite honest. Oh, there's St. Clair. Why? I need to have them spelled out. But I'm just going to remove their roster until they come out and say hockey graduated. Who else graduated? I assume Maryville's staying the same. I know Indiana Tech's. Bluey, if you're still here, who was it? Start with a P. It was Velocity, Reshiram, and a third. Indiana Tech B should be at the bottom here. Alex. Yes, thank you. Top 17 EU, Alex. Which I just learned. Okay. That's another new player. Okay, not 100% confirmed. Hey, Noxus, look. We do hard leaks on this channel. I mean, the amount of leaks that we get in this Twitch chat, especially during the Collegiate exclusive podcast, it's kind of crazy. It's why I love these streams. Just rank you if you stayed the same, Monster King. I wish I could. I'll do. I do this sometimes. Some honorable mentions, like if I do a top 48 power ranking, 49th will be Winthrop Academy. Gotta add UGA if Cumberland B is on there. They didn't have AUG, but I mean, do we really think that UGA team's gonna do damage? I don't know if I don't know if TJ and the boys are quite top 55 material. Maybe they are. What am I saying? They have Asian eyes. Collat, Thankful, and Hydro. Worth noting. See, this list isn't so much to like have only the teams that are going to be good, but like notable rosters that would get talked about in a show setting. So like if this was the CRL qualifier, I would want to have the roster info on Manchester because you guys could potentially pull upsets. And if we're including UGA, we can include a 1950 average team. All right. Where else can I ask for leaks from? I assume UNCC staying the same. Shawnee State. Who did Shawnee State get? Because it's no more Spooky. I know they got a new third. Davenport Red, I think, is changing as well. I want to redo them. Rest in peace, AUG. End of an era, honestly. Turn up. I know South Carolina got a new third. Inda. That's another name I don't really know, but it's okay. San Diego State, I'll be curious to see what they become. Indicator. Ah. You can't leak any B or C team for Indiana Tech because it's still TBD. Bluey dropped the Indiana Tech B team roster earlier in the stream, but I'm afraid Twitch chat scrolled too far now, so I don't have it anymore. I should have written it down when I had the chance. I assume Baylor's staying the same. Ball State is going to change. Didn't Wova graduated, didn't he? Oh yeah, I've already got BSU Black changed. Oh, I could search his chat logs. That sounds like creepy stalking levels of getting CRL info, but we do what we have to on this stream. If I even know how to do that. Oh, well. I mean the A-team, Noxus. I don't know who the A-team's going to be. Is it still going to be Phoebes Got Oath? Is that B-team I know? Oh, yeah. He definitely said it's public info. That's not a leak. As much as we love leaks on this stream. And is the Davenport A-team? Surely they got to be changing. I thought Wova graduated. Yeah. Graduated. I think Wova's out. Oh, between Yeti and Phoebes. Yeah, definitely between Yeti and Phoebes. I don't know. Up in the air. We won't bold them yet. And then, where's Akron Gold? Oh, I've already removed him. Rest in peace, Jonathan. All right, I think it's Preston Woozy and Mystical now. What up, Fusion? Welcome to the stream. Winthrop, I figure, staying the same. West Virginia. They announced a new recruit too, didn't they? Never know what the underscore. Okay. I was like, is he leaving? Just saw Cosmic in a graphic. Devo. Let's see. Thanks, guys. I can remember that there was a change made, but I can't ever remember what the change was. It has been a while, Fusion. Hope you've been well. But the question is, who's Devo taking the spot of? That's now 4 good players at West Virginia. And if I was the one left on the outside looking in, I'd either be working a job or transferring. Matter graduated? Okay, that makes sense. Man, I'm old. Can't believe Hot's graduated. Bruton Parker. No telling what starting lineup they'll come into the semester with. We're making good progress on this. I assume Maryville's going to stay the same too. We know Indiana Tech sets. We'll put Mata in here, which is a question mark. Cumberland, I'm pretty sure, is set. OC, don't know. Columbia. They had Kazi. That's a... There are multiple Kazis, though. One's coaching Syracuse. I don't know what's going on with the Kazis. ETSU could make a change. GMU might make a change. No telling. Michigan State. It's the same Kazi. Okay, he just transferred. That's kind of crazy. I wonder why he transferred from Columbia. And now I wonder who Columbia is going to have. Columbia is usually one of those schools that does not publicize roster changes. So you never know with them. But okay, I think we've done good work on this. I think WCTC staying the same as well. Syracuse, same. Ole Miss, no telling what they do. All right, I'm happy with this for now. We'll come back to this. This is going to be a future stream sort of project, but I want to talk about this future play LAN because this is a big deal. This is probably one of the biggest tournaments in collegiate esports history. Very ambitious, and I hope it's run well by the NECC. But I'll let you guys all read. We'll do some popcorn reading. I'll read the first sentence and then pick a random person in chat. No, I'm just kidding. But big LAN taking place in Peoria, Illinois. Don't know why Peoria was chosen, but Illinois does have a lot of esports support at the moment. They're one of those states that's pretty progressive with esports. So that's in October, but the qualifiers are happening super early. Like August 29th, September 5th, a whole month before the the LAN actually happens. Yeah, this is for the NECC. I want to see if it's open though. So it's a 24 team LAN. $50,000 prize pool. $50,000 prize pool. What was the prize pool for CRL, like nationals? I still have it up down here? I don't. End of the semester is end of the semester, I guess. All right, we're starting 2025. We'll work our way up. Bring back Summer Series? Man, I wish I could. I don't have any sway in the CRL scene. Believe me. $50,000 prize pool for that LAN when CRL, like the finals of spring, had a $20,000 prize pool. I mean, let that sink in. That's 2.5 times the prize pool for CRL that this LAN hosted by the NECC is having. It's crazy. That's what I'm trying to find out, Noxus. You have to compete in CRL. It's open qual, 3 divisions between 4-year, 2-year HBCU. Top 2014 is based on weighted Swiss points make LAN. Okay. Registration, oh. Online qualifiers, national live stream broadcast, creator content, and celebrity exhibition matches. What that means. Man, I'm just saying this right now. This LAN is either going to be the best event since CRL Worlds, or it's going to be an absolute dumpster fire. I think it's about to be, it's one way or the other. So 6 rounds of Swiss, a weighted percentage of teams from each division will qualify to the live finals. Interesting way of doing it. Do they have a rule book? Do I know if they have a rule book for this? 50K cash prizing. Man, bigger prize pool. Bigger prize pool than CRL. It's on start? Okay. That makes sense. Okay, future play. Future play, LAN, start, GG. Cool. Ahaha. Shout out Google. Oh, well, thanks. Never mind. I take it back. Not shout out Google. I thought they were linking What is that? Shout out Tri-City Slam. All right, thanks, guys. Wrong link. Delete that. I'm afraid I have to time you out to delete it. Should be back. What the heck was that? Somber's sending us viruses in my my Twitch chat. All right. National Rocket League competition. Wow, so it looks like Rocket League is the marquee esport for this. You know, they're already doing that right. Gotta say. Flights for the team, plus an alternate, and the coach and director. Oh, coach/director. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. All right, here we go. This is my favorite part. This is usually what I do when I'm drinking my coffee in the morning. Just generally, I'll read rule books. I do this at the start of every semester. I read all the big leagues rule books just to see what's going down, what's changed. But we're doing it on stream now. All right. Oh my God. 4 pages of the table of contents. Do. All right. For the qualifier, 256 teams divided into 3 competitive divisions. Each division will compete in a 6-round Swiss-style pool play. I wonder what the percentages are. A designated percentage of teams. Cool. This will be randomly assigned and seeded prior to the start of pool play. Okay, randomly assign the groups or randomly seeded or both. Keeping it vague until they see the signups. Sounds like the NECC, actually. Okay. That's fine. Well, it's all vague for now. This is not as interesting as I thought it was going to be. But the fact that it's open is really cool. As always, I'm a big fan of the idea of the event right off the bat. Top 100 teams will be seeded. They'd better have a seeding committee for this. I don't think the NECC has the best track record when it comes to effective seeding. No. The first 100 teams will be seeded. I mean, I think that's fair. TJ's on the seeding team. Yeah, but he's one guy. I trust half of the CRL seeding committee, but the other half has equal weight. Just to the pricing breakdown. Let's look up money. Oh, I guess they're not breaking it down. What's on the start as well? That'll be easier. There we go. Look at that. Good comms, Somber. Man. So just by making it, you get 1,500 bucks. So just by making it, for reference, you get the same amount of money that you would get for making it to the CRL National Championship from the spring semester. Just for reference. 10 grand to the winner. Where did they get this money? What sponsors do they have? Whoa. Okay, sick homepage to the website. I'll give them that. I bet the city subsidized a lot, but that helps. I know Illinois is trying to grow their esports presence. Have any partners listed? So the esports partners, but none of these guys have money. Except for maybe iHeartMedia. And even then, I doubt it. Play Versus, most likely? What was that in reference to, Noxus? Sick trophy. Oh my god. Wow. That's baller. Pretty sure Play versus NECC both have a deal with Vanta. Is that what we're talking about? Funding? Play versus isn't part of this. Play versus also doesn't have money. This is not real money. They've got VC backing, but they've constantly been in a grind of trying to make sure they can keep that with acquiring everything under the sun. They're both owned by Vanta. I didn't think Vanta owned NECC. No, because like Caleb or Gloob is the majority owner of the NECC. I don't think they're backed by Vanta. Play Versus owns Vanta. What's up, Adam? No, NECC is still separate. Play Versus is the company that's gobbling everything up. It's not Vanta. I mean, we can check. Let's see. Vanta acquiring NECC. See if anything pops up. Nope. I mean, let's talk about this, though. I mean, Play Versus has completely devoured the high school scene. Yeah, Fred's right. Yeah, Caleb's the majority owner of the NECC. I don't know if he would be giving that up. Now, this is Fred's realm we've just stepped into. The business side. But this is crazy. I mean, Play Versus has been churning. And I believe they recently went back to their paid model as well. Did you guys see something about that as well? With Play Versus going back to, after, what was that? A year and a half of being a free-to-play model. They're going back to charging. Yeah. You can find an actual... See? November 2023. Play Versus removes platform fees for schools. To get you in, that market penetration strategy, it's awesome. Works. Everyone, it's free for everyone. All the high schools are like, yes, we've got something to set our feet on and build a sustainable program with this free entry. It's tied to our state athletics association, and the rug's being pulled. Who even works at Play Versus anymore? I swear they have laid off their entire team. $600 annually, 500 if played early. Look at the LinkedIn. See, I know JT's gone, so it's not up to date. Unless he was rehired. There's just no way that there's this many people still working there. I'm pretty sure JT was let go. The rest of these people I don't know, but JT I do. Yeah, because C-Winger was let go as well. Did he get hired back? Frisco, I hope, still there. I love Frisco. I don't know why we're not connected. Josh Hart? Why is Josh Hart on the Play Versus LinkedIn channel? Also, you guys want to connect, Blake Phillips on LinkedIn. I'll connect with anyone. I've been trying to expand my my connections, especially in the esports space recently. So if you're on LinkedIn, hit me up. Same profile picture as my Twitter. But yeah, very interesting. I don't know. PCL is going to be interesting to watch because another thing with PCL is, for as big as they supposedly are, they get no interaction on their socials. They just announced that they're adding Mario Kart. This is 2 days ago, and they got 3 likes. And they've got 13,000 followers. I don't know. Playversus seems very hollow right now. I don't know what to make of them. And when it comes to the actual product, from a CRL perspective, they are falling into a boat when it comes to discussing the actual value they lend to the scene, of a similar boat to like the ECAC, where it's just kind of an afterthought to your NACEs and your NECCs and your external tournaments at the moment. I'm not sure what value the PCL is providing at the moment entirely, when you have other good options. I've seen them and Valhalla as polar opposites. Well, I mean, they kind of are to an extent. Valhalla is more so... I think Valhalla's more club and like recreation esports than high school per se. So they kind of fill different niches there. Same with XPL. Maybe I'm just lumping Valhalla into XPL. I just recently worked their nationals. I should know, quite honestly. Cyber Sniper, Keiser won 3-0. It actually does remind me. I should change my stream title. Boom. All right. We changed it. Yeah, 3-0. I mean, it was close in games 2 and 3, but I mean, Keiser smoked them game 1. And Celis did warn me they were a little low on hours with it being summer, but it was... Keiser definitely looked like the better team of the two. But I mean, it's just rough engagement rates, especially for these tweets that are announcing new schools joining. Like, this is, and their one reply is also just Adam Antor calling out a graphical error. Who else replied? Oh man, I don't know. Playversus is in a weird spot at the moment. Very weird. All right, what other news do we have to talk about, guys? What have I missed? We've talked a lot of roster changes. Flashbang incoming, by the way. Avert your eyes. We got the rosters. I'm talking through them. If anyone's got any fun roster move confirmations we can get locked down, then I'm here for it. But how the staging thing work? Fred, don't know if I should have been on like a different website or version. I don't know, because this was what I pulled up when I refreshed the page. Oh, okay, it's just the link that you sent me. Got it. Well, in that case, we didn't get to play around with it. I had the tabs open already previously. So, I see. All right, well, everyone, this was what I was saying it should look like when I was thinking that it was updated. That's my fault. I didn't get to test it, Fred. I'll be streaming again Monday and Tuesday, though, more than likely. So, plenty of opportunities to test it. Does Northwood not have a third locked? I don't know. I don't know, truthfully. I need to, probably this weekend, go through and just message all the captains and coaches and directors that I have on my Discord Rolodex, and figure out where rosters are sitting at the moment. Because the bolded teams, I'm pretty confident about. The non-bolded teams, I've got no idea right now where they're at. So, I don't know where Northwood's at. I just know hockey graduated. That's all I know for sure. On a team? Let's click on. Where's WCTC? Oh yeah. This is sick. I love this edition, Fred. Took a second to load, but we got there. You got the roster. Just viewing their database. Their stats. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Okay. DMU, we'll talk rosters. All right. Sounds good, Somber. I'll hit you up. I got to do my my actual work of figuring out where everybody's at. The Summer League's been great for that. At least knowing these rosters. But okay. Do we have any more news items to talk about? Let me check the Collegiate Exclusive channel. All right, TJ and I will post news there occasionally. We've been off for a little while. Podcast will be starting up relatively soon. I don't know if it'll start up in July. Might be an early August thing, but I think we'll be back there. Okay, no, we don't have anything. Nothing new. But okay. I think we're all caught up. We got ourselves... Oh, Freddy! With the gifted subs? Dude. Thanks, Fred. I gotta up that. Yeah, Fred! Congrats to everyone that just got a sub to the channel. All deserved. Much love, Freddy. I don't know why it didn't play the noise right there. It should have. Hopefully you guys heard it. I didn't hear it. Thanks for the gifted subs, Fred. But all right. I think we covered all the rosters. We got a pretty good matchup. Again, same as the Florida National versus Georgia Tech match. Like, it was a good series as far as sweeps go, but it was still a sweep. We covered the NECC LAN. We covered other coaching changes. Jay Naps and Roll Diz both entering CRL as coaches. Still waiting, by the way, on the Reddles to NC State thing to transpire. We'll see if that happens this fall. We covered PEC's expansion. West Virginia and Washington joining the PEC, which is awesome. I love that. We did well. You know what? I should have checked Twitch or YouTube chat. You got any comments there? No, unfortunately, we did not. Oh well. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna sign off for the evening. Hey, you got the founder badge too, Fusion. That's what I'm talking about. Well, official welcome back. It feels good to be back. Hopefully, same for you too. But all right, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna go have some fun on this fine Friday evening. I encourage you all to do the same. Whatever you end up doing, go enjoy the Friday night. I might stream more this weekend. We'll see what happens. I will definitely be back on either Monday or Tuesday evening. So we'll keep the momentum rolling all the way through the fall semester of CRL. But okay, everyone have a fantastic evening and enjoy yourselves. See you. Actually, I'm gonna test a new button on my Stream Deck. Let's see if it works. I'll see you later.